Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Belvoir Souls Tabletop News with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
We're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. And Evan, you brought a game...
Secret Hitler.
Yes! This game is a ton of fun.
Yeah, so this is made by the same people who are behind Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
So very similar humor. Dark. And also they made, they published Joking Hazard and Bears vs. Baby recently. Yeah. So...
Secret Hitler is a game too that it was kickstarted successfully.
Yes.
It's been out for not out, but you could even download it and play test it and things like that.
Yeah.
I have played multiple versions of this game over the course of the Kickstarter campaign and stuff like that. And a couple of friends that played it or backed it and they got it early and all this other stuff too. So I can attest, this game is a ton of fun.
Oh,
it's an excellent party game. I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And now it's in stores.
Yeah.
This is the retail version.
And the premise too is someone is secretly Hitler and the liberals are trying to kill him. That's basically it. It's a secret role game.
Yeah.
If you've ever played The Resistance or Avalon, it's very similar to that.
Yeah. There is a kind of voting mechanisms involved.
Yeah.
And
so if Hitler gets elected chancellor, he wins.
Yeah.
And all the fascists win. So.
Yeah, it's liberals versus fascists. And it's an excellently done game.
Yeah. And the best part, too, is the pieces for the game, which we're going to see in a second, they're good.
They're really
High quality.
Yeah. I was shocked because I was playing with like the paper version for a long time. Yeah. And then he got his actual Kickstarter thing, and it was
high quality or like alone is reason.
I can't say good enough.
Let's open it up.
Let's do it. We'll take a look inside Secret Hitler. All right, Evan. Secret Hitler time.
Secret Hitler, of course.
Hitler.
This is the front of the box, but the side will have the name. It has this kind of cool, like it looks like it's beaten up and old, but it's just art. Here is the back. I guess it wasn't upside down. It'll go over the description of the game. Has a few people describing it.
Yeah,
here's
it's
what the critics say and the contents of the game.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty good stuff.
As we'll see, the components are really nice. Yeah. So, jeez.
Spin it around.
Here is the rule book.
It's very long.
Very long.
But it's not.
It's not long though.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll go over that in a second.
It's pretty straightforward. We'll get to all that. Here's the board.
Here's the fascist side of the board. Now there's different boards for different amount of players. Yeah. It'll say
the gold leaf, by the way.
Yeah, there's a gold leaf and it's really nice and it's like high quality. This is the fascist board for 5 or 6 players. This is the liberal board, which I think is the same.
Well, hang on, because this one's for 7 to 8, and again, this one is. Not the same.
I think the liberal is it the same for every. Yeah, it's the same for every time. So that whatever your fascist board you're not using, you can use it for a liberal board.
Right.
Yeah. So that makes sense. So yeah, here's the
and
fascist board.
This one is for 9 to 10
players. So basically, every time a fascist wins, which we'll get into what that means by winning. Every time a fascist policy is passed, you'll go down this track, and if it gets to the end. Then the fascists win. Or if Hitler is elected chancellor, then the fascists win.
Because he's secret.
Yeah.
But basically the game board is going to look like this.
Yeah, I'm going to get that way.
You're going to have a liberal track and a fascist track.
Yeah.
Depending on how many players you are, and again, just you have different fascists for the different number of players. Yeah. You're going to have your draw pile here, discard pile.
Yeah. We have policy cards. These are actually not cards. They're tiles. So they're just policies. On one side, they're going to say fascist. They're either going to say fascist or liberal on one side. The other side is the same, so you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Basically, how that works is
you're going to shuffle these together.
Yeah.
The thing to keep in mind, there are a set number of policy cards.
Yes.
They're going to start in the draw pile, and we're going to get into the game because I feel like it makes more sense.
Yeah.
But real quick, there's a set number of cards you want to count. Or set number of tiles you want to keep track of that. By the way, because that'll inform your information later. But the president and the chancellor, right? You've got those two cards.
Yeah.
Those two.
So let's go. Well, let's finish the components real quick. So there's this president tile. Now the president is not as powerful as the chancellor, but the president does elect the chancellor.
But you have these.
Yes. These are basically abilities. Cool. And these are just wooden. These are awesome. These are wooden
You're
going
to pass these around, so as somebody gets elected president, the president, you're going to nominate a chancellor, then everyone's going to vote.
Yeah.
If he gets more than 50%, then you're going to go. Legislative session, you draw 3 of those policies. You're going to discard one and pass the other 2. You cannot speak while in session. After a policy is enacted, you may discuss it or lie about it, and tell them what you drew. Like, oh, I drew 3 fascists. I didn't have a choice. I had to give you 2. So
yeah,
things like that. And then the Chancellor, their actions on their turn. If Hitler is ever elected, then the fascists win. Or
if they get to the end of this tracker, they win as well.
Right. You receive 2 policies from the president. You discard one face down and enact the other one face up.
Yeah. So if it is a liberal policy, that's a victory for the liberals, and it goes down this tracker. And if it gets to the end, the liberals win.
You get peace.
If it is a fascist policy, as we talked about earlier, fascists win, and they get down this track. Now, the fascist one, though, is interesting because it has different things that happen on certain wins. So this one, for instance, the first one, the president investigates a player's party membership card.
And again, that can change depending on how many players you have.
So what that means is this deck of cards, there is a secret role, and then there is a party. The party is fascists and liberals, and then secret role are either civilian and Hitler. I'm going to open this, actually.
Yeah. But basically, as the president, you actually get more powers the more fascist policies that are that are enacted, which is can be good if you're trying to weed out who's who.
Yeah, if you're a liberal, you kind of want to yourself be a powerful president.
Now, the other funny thing too is you can actually shoot Hitler and win as a liberal. So again, it can be a boon to actually get some of those fascist policies enacted. And then help you pass your liberal policies too. It's a tough balancing act, and that's why this is such a fun social game.
Yeah. So here's the party membership cards. We got, of course, the fascists, the liberals. These are areas for a discard and draw pile.
Yeah.
And then you also have your voting cards that say yes or no, because you're going to vote in people, as we talked about earlier.
Right.
The president is going to elect a chancellor, say, hey, I think we should elect him.
I think we should pick this.
And then
because the president, I believe the president just slides.
Yeah, the president slides clockwise, and then whenever you're president, you can only elect someone who wasn't president before you and wasn't chancellor last time.
Yeah, and again, for the elections, if you get too many fails, you just enact a policy.
Yeah,
which can be good or bad. You just kind of flip over the top policy and say, okay, that's what we're going to go with, and you guys won't pick a chancellor.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you have those vote cards, and then you have the secret role cards, which are here. So the biggest, most important one is Hitler. He is a velociraptor. And all of the fascists actually are serpents or reptiles of some sort. 3 more fascist cards, and then you have all these liberal cards for the people who aren't, fascists. So you'll get one of these and one of the membership cards, and you'll get them in this envelope. We're going to shuffle them. You're going to put a Hitler with a fascist, and all the fascists with fascists, and all the liberals with liberals, all in this these cards, and you're going to shuffle these cards together, and each person's going to get
a portfolio.
An envelope or portfolio, and they're going to open it up, and they're going to secretly see what they are. The fascists will know who Hitler is.
Yes.
So if you are a fascist and Hitler, you'll not know who your fellow fascists are. But if you are just a fascist and a fascist, you'll know who Hitler is.
Yeah. If you notice, there's 4 fascist cards and 4 party membership cards. So that's how keep that straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like Evan said, there's kind of a heads up, heads down phase in the game.
Yes.
Where heads up, all the fascists will get to recognize who the other fascists are.
Except for Hitler.
Except for Hitler.
Yeah.
And then Hitler will have to raise their hand, and they'll all see who Hitler is
too.
And then Hitler's hand goes down, fascist head goes down, and then everybody's heads come up and you start playing.
Yeah, so, and because the fascists want to elect Hitler, but he's going to have a disadvantage because he doesn't know who his allies are.
Yeah, he doesn't know who's who.
So, yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, but again, it all goes back to these policy cards. Again, there are liberal policies and fascist policies mixed in. So when you are the chancellor, you can get dealt, maybe you get two liberal cards, maybe you get 2 fascist cards, maybe you get a liberal and a fascist card.
Right.
Obviously, if you were depending on how you want to play it, you can pick whichever one you want. But sometimes the president is going to give you 2 cards and not give you a choice and say, ha, they're what I'm saying they are because they picked that thing and I totally gave them 1 and 1. But then as you go through the policies, if you keep track of which policy tiles have been used and which ones haven't, but that's why there's a lot of face down, face up stuff to guess.
You want to quickly just bring over the rulebook and take a look at that real quick?
This game is really all about gathering as much information about the players as you can.
Yeah, it is definitely a social aspect game.
And counting cards. All right, so the rules, we kind of talked about most of this already. It is a really long-looking rule book. It's not that complicated. We've talked about all the objectives already. Let me read it one more time. Get 5 liberal policies enacted, or assassinate Hitler. And again, you can only assassinate Hitler if you get to the bullets. So you have to have some fascist things in play. Or the fascist players win if 6 fascist policies are enacted, or Hitler is elected chancellor at any time after the 3rd fascist policy has been enacted.
Yes.
So that's it. That's what you're trying to prevent or score. And then these are all just clarifications on how to do setup, how to do what we just talked about with the number of players, and the different gameplay and stuff. But if you get a chance to play this game, you totally should. It's a ton of fun. So they give you some strategy notes too, just to get that going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for Secret Hitler.
Yeah, it's actually
a really fun game.
It's really fun. I can't recommend it enough. So,
yeah.
It's an excellent party social game. So go check that out. Let's hop out for a recap. Well, that was Secret Hitler.
Fantastic game.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's a really great game.
Yeah.
Pieces are nice. It's a great game.
It's so much fun too.
Yeah.
Just an excellent party game. If you're having a get together with like 8 people, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's 5 to 8 players.
5 to 10. It's 5 to 10 players.
Oh,
it goes
excuse
up to
me, 5 to 10. So it's really great for parties because it's not even like rule heavy. It's just a very good social game.
That's the thing about it too. Is it is not super rules heavy.
No.
And you get the cards that help you. But the key thing is it's really just about reading people.
Yeah.
If you can read people, you'll have a ton of fun.
So it's great for parties.
If you have no idea what you're doing, it's still a ton of fun because you're like you get in the flow like after a turn or two.
It's super easy.
It's super good stuff. So let's crunch the numbers on Secret Hitler real fast. Again, we mentioned 5 to 10 players.
Yes.
I recommend. I found like 8 was a pretty
I played with 7 and it was really good.
Yeah. It is ages 17 and up, just because there's some.
It's about Hitler and trying to kill him. So.
Yeah, there's some adult themes in there. What's the approximate runtime on this one?
About 45 minutes.
Seems about right.
And then it's $39.99 for retail. So
yeah, but it's out now.
Yeah, it's finally out. So it was a Kickstarter, and
that,
it was not available for retailers for a long time. It's finally available for retailers.
Yes.
So yeah, you should be able to find it at your local gaming shop.
You should definitely go check it out, pick it up. Even if you have a group of non-gamers, this is perfect. It's another perfect gateway game to get them playing. So go check it out. I'm AdamHarry from Bowls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.